All right, and with that, it's time for us to get into all things environment, and it's time for my favorite segment of tonight's show, and it's known as Green Fix. Embracing culture is a new way to tackle climate change in the country as communities gather to embrace this new reality. Despite climate change affecting cultural products, communities gathered last week to address this issue. On Our World Tonight, Paul Kirubi attended this event that was organized by the Kenya Defense Forces and brings us the latest.
Culture, traditions and beliefs play a major role in mitigating climate change in the country. This is despite climate change causing negative effects on crops used to make arts, which are part of embracing the culture of different communities in the country. This narrative became clear during the Kenya Defense Cultural Day held at the Uhuru Gardens. The event highlighted how indigenous knowledge and traditional practices can contribute to addressing climate change. It also emphasized the importance of integrating cultural heritage with modern strategies to foster resilience and sustainable development, reinforcing cultural identity as a key tool in solving contemporary global issues. Some special arts like this one here are made from plated materials.
The cultural revival is indigenous practices, as often seen the reawakening of pre-colonization habits that modern society would define as sustainable, and as such we look more favorably upon indigenous people as better environmental managers. With the environment now in crisis, it is just as important to protect the world's cultural diversity.
Communities living in lakes and swampy areas sometimes face challenges due to the hot sun, which affects the lives of marine habitats. This impacts their daily fishing routines, making it difficult to obtain marine food. The hot sun also makes it difficult for marine animals to survive. Some communities embrace their culture through seafood.
Climate change is an existential threat to all our global communities and continues to have adverse effects on our livelihoods, resulting into situation of insecurity. So we hope today that the displays that we have prepared for you will be able to help us have a call to action on how to use our various cultures to mitigate climate change.
Culture influences human beings' understanding of the environment and builds a deep relationship with it. People modify the ecosystems around them through cultural practices, values, and worldviews. Cultural factors can either promote or obstruct social inclusion, deliberation, and implementation, making attention to the cultural dimensions of governance and engagement indispensable. Cultural and creative processes enable individuals and communities to explore their histories and sense of identity. Culture plays a significant role in understanding and implementing adaptation actions, whether they are human behavioral changes, institutional or technological adjustments. Communities from 66 countries including Kenya, Ethiopia, India, Malawi, Namibia, Nepal, Nigeria, Rwanda, South Sudan, Zambia and Somalia showcase their spectacular performances as part of embracing culture. For instance, one community from Nigeria believes in having a king who is responsible for handling different issues. Both local and international communities showcase their performances. Speaking during this event, Lieutenant General David Tarus encouraged communities to use culture in mitigating climate change. He also advised the community to support the government in planting 15 billion trees to fulfill President Ruto's 2032 agenda, urging every person to plant at least 30 trees every year. Paul Kirobi, TV 47, Nairobi.